God bless everyone. I am Kimberly Ibo Capuno, Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in English. For today, I am going to talk about cover letter. Okay, so what is a cover letter? A cover letter or job application letter is a type of personal business correspondence which states the applicant's intention to work in a particular organization. It should be enclosed every time you send your resume, so it should be with a resume. Corporate experts say that they are more likely to read a resume accompanied by a cover letter. Okay, so that is one of a tip. Okay, they are going to read your resume when it's with a cover letter, to put it simply. And then a cover letter can be a response to a job advertisement. It can be an unsolicited inquiry to a prospective employer as part of your direct mail strategy. It can also be a letter to a recruitment agency. No matter what type of cover letter you have, it is wise to know about the company and job that you are applying to. This can be done through research via internet. And then you may also call the company's HR department or the receptionist for further information and for copy or copies of the company brochure and annual report. So that is for the cover letter. And then let's proceed to the tips in preparing a cover letter. There are also tips in preparing a cover letter, such as number one, never begin your letter with who home phrases. For example, enclosed, please find my resume for. So it's a no-no. To be more creative, you may begin with the following topics. A. Begin with a question that stimulates the reader's interest. Okay, so the readers will be interested when you are going to begin a question that is unique. Okay, so letter B, lead in with the name of someone you both know. For example, when Dr. Gilda Nomer mentioned your name in a conference. Letter C, start out with a quote that applies to the type of business of the employer. Okay, you should start out with a quote because I think quote is one of the thing that makes an employer more attracted when you write this one. Letter D, explain how you learned about the job opening you are applying for. So you must say that too. And then tip number 2. The cover letter must not simply repeat the content of your resume. Okay, the content of cover letter must be different from your resume. Okay, it must not be repeated. Number 3, address the letter to a specific person. You must address the letter to a specific person or specific employer. Okay, if you do not know the specific addressee, call the company and inquire. Number 4, be specific with the position you're applying for. Do not use general or incidental job vacancies. Okay? If you want to become a manager, so you should put it there that you want to become a manager, not saying that you want to become a sales clerk, not like that. Okay? So number 5, avoid superfluous information. Do not begin with, let me tell you something about myself. My name is. So it's a no-no. Moreover, do not include lots of specifics, such as dates, numbers, names, places. Just choose the hard factual information. Number 6, focus on what you can do for the company. Remember that they are looking after their own benefit. Okay? You must focus on what you can do for the company. Number 7, minimize opinions about yourself. When you claim one, be sure to support it with specific and factual evidence. Okay. So number 8, highlight 2 or 3 of your most significant accomplishment or abilities. So what are those most significant accomplishment that you make in your life? So you must highlight 2 of those, 2 or 3. Number 9, use the active voice and power action verbs. Okay. Number 10, be sure you observe correct grammar, spelling, vocabulary, and usage. Avoid jargon, glitches, and verbosity. Readers expect good grammar and writing. Any typographical and grammatical error may cause the reader to doubt your competence. Okay, so for me, I should make it simple, but it should be in correct grammar and it is understandable for the employer. Okay, 11. Be direct to the point because some readers are impatient. So that you should put that in your mind. Number 12, be factual. Never misrepresent yourself by overstating your experience and skills. In short, don't exaggerate. Number 13, do not beg for the job. For example, please call today. I'll be waiting for the phone. I am desperately eager to start. So you should not beg for the job, okay? Because it's a no-no for them. Number 14, as you write, imagine that you're writing a script for your interview. How could you break the ice at the beginning of the interview? How you can convey positive personality, the things you want to talk about during the interview, and what you hope to get from the interview. So those are the tips in writing a cover letter. I hope you understand it. Okay, let's proceed to the format and mechanics in writing a cover letter. Number 1, in the cover letter, use letter size bond paper. Okay, you must use letter size bond paper. Number 2, limit the letter to 1 or 2 pages. Okay, remember 1 or 2 pages. Number 3, never miss the signature. You should include the signature there. Number 4, use a letterhead. Include your full name, address, phone number, and email address because that are the important things that you must put into the letterhead. Number 5, use the business letter format: block, full block, semi-block, or simplified. Number 6, 1 to 1.5 inch margin on all sides. Okay, on each sides, you should use 1 to 1.5 inch margin. And then number 7, do not cram the text the upper half or lower half of the page. Be sure to have appropriate page fill. Okay, so number 8, preferably use a blue sign pen when signing a black ink text. You must use a blue sign pen. And then use white or off-white paper with at least bond 20. Number 10, use a font size of at least 10 and maximum of 12. So those are the formats and mechanics in the cover letter. Okay, so let's proceed to the parts of the cover letter. The first part is the introduction. Okay, so in the introduction, you must state your purpose in writing the letter. Okay, so when you're writing a letter, you really have a purpose. So what is that? What is your purpose? Number 2, indicate your source of information: newspaper, magazine, the internet, personal contact. Number 3, state an eye-catching or attention-getting statement about yourself that will make the reader continue reading your credentials. Number 4, show your enthusiasm to work with the company. Okay, let's proceed to the body. Okay, number 1, present your work experience, academic qualifications, training, some personal qualities with specific evidence. So what is an example of specific evidence? As for example, you are going to present certificates from that experiences, from that qualifications, from that trainings. Okay, so you must present a specific evidence. Number 2, be sure to segregate and organize your paragraph. You may group your paragraphs by theme: 1 paragraph for work experience and 1 for education, or by function: management, financial, technical. Number 3, tell the prospective employer the benefits of hiring you. Don't just give facts of why they should hire you. Okay? So explain how these facts will benefit the company. For instance, instead of telling the company all the trainings you had, you may just say, I have extensive training in copy editing. You will save both time and money because I will need little training in this area. So you should say that. Number 4, like that rather. Number 4, refer the reader to a specific part of the resume that suggests your strongest credentials for the position. Place this evidence in the last part of the body. Okay, you must place that in the last part of the body, your strongest credential for the position. Okay, so let's proceed to the last one, the conclusion. So, in conclusion, you must indicate your interest for an interview at a time most convenient to the employer. Okay, so if necessary, specify the day and time you are available for an interview. Okay, you must specify that. Number two, indicate how the interviewer can contact you. How can they contact you? So you must also indicate that. Number three, anticipate a positive response from the employer. You must anticipate the positive responses. Okay, do not anticipate for a negative response when you're writing a cover letter. Number four, last one, say thank you. That is the most important thing you should say. You should write there. Okay, so I think this would be the end of my report about the cover letter. I hope you understand something in my explanation. Thank you for listening. God bless. Bye.